Hello, my name's Adam Cook, and I'm here with the lovely Colin Gallagher. How are you, mate? All right?
Hello, I'm okay, thank you.
Now, like Colin, I just want to check. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not that hard to say, I don't think.
No, I know.
It's harder to write than it is to say.
But this is the first time we've done a video together, and I feel like if I don't get some sort of offensive comment in early, that people are going to worry about me. Yeah, they're going to think my mental health's been impacted. I mean, you had the audacity, the tenacity to go to a Capcom-based event, and people haven't seen the interview video already. You can see that, and I really recommend they do. But you have played Resident Evil Revelations 2.
I have, and that is on the back of barely playing Resident Evil Revelations 1, or was that Revelations? I suppose. Remember that?
Oh
box
God,
art
yeah, shit, yeah. That's a very Capcom thing, but. See, I'm worried. I'm already worried that you've said that, and you're not gonna endear yourself to because Resident Evil has a fan base, like a
massive fan base, yeah,
a vociferous fan base, if you will. And I'm one of them. I love Resident Evil.
Okay, I think I can hear a death threat coming through my door.
Yeah, I think if you're not careful. No, I loved Resident Evil Revelations. It was like I don't remember exactly when it was released, although I know it was originally released on 3DS, because that's one of the things about this that I find incredibly strange. It's coming to everything apart from Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, no 3DS, no Wii U this time.
No, not even the Wii U. It's just. But having watched some gameplay, it looks. I don't know how to put this. It looks smoother than Resident Evil usually looks.
Well, I think it's 60 frames a second now, which is.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think so.
No, I didn't know. No, when I say smoother, I mean...
It certainly felt that smooth at times.
Because what were you playing? The PS4 build, I'm guessing?
I was playing on the PS4, yeah.
Okay, but in terms of the actual gameplay, it looks... The motion, it just seems more fluid and less stop-starty. I know it's not exactly great English, but...
Well, yeah, it's... I suppose it's less traditional Resident Evil. It's more your action-adventure type affair.
But it looks fun.
Oh, I enjoy it.
You're popping heads and stuff,
Yeah, I'm popping heads. I'm pointing at things with the Talia. The first chapter, I should say, episode 1. It's coming out episodic format. Is out the end of February, and part of episode 1 you'll play Barry Burton, who fans will remember, and I don't.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I noticed is it does appear they've got the correct voice actor. Which is weird because his voice was probably the cheesiest of all of them.
I recognise the voice actor, but I can't see what he was in before.
I couldn't tell you that.
Other things, but I suppose one of the main parts of episode 1 is you arrive on this island with a facility on it, and you kind of accidentally find a little girl called Natalia. And you and Natalia, Barry and Natalia, go around in search of Barry's daughter, who's called Moira.
Moira?
Yes, and Natalia is playable, and her skill set includes pointing at things and picking up a brick.
Now, hang on, I've got to ask you actually about that, because in some of the footage you captured, it looked like she was pointing something out on a zombie, and then you switched back to Barry and did like a stealth kill from behind. It looked very like The Last of Us, I have to be honest.
Well, yeah, pretty much. If you think about I don't know, when Joel crouches in The Last of Us, he has a kind of zombie sense. Natalia has that sense, so you can switch to Natalia anytime by triangle on the PS4, and Natalia can see zombie kind of auras through walls.
Right.
You point them out. Barry can see them, and you basically get the drop on the zombies. You can also point out different like items hidden on the ground or stuff that Barry won't see normally, kind of thing.
But does that not seem a bit odd? Because
yes,
you're seeing them as a different character, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But,
you are seeing them.
This isn't co-op at all then. Or can it be?
It can be. I think raid mode can be co-op.
Right. Okay. No, but I mean, fair enough. I mean, the one thing, like the vibe I get from it is very The Last of Us, which does make me wonder. Like, is it? I mean, it's never the ideal environment to really gauge this kind of thing on. But from what you played, I mean, I'm presuming you had headphones on, usual event stuff.
Yeah.
Atmosphere. I mean, were you in like a brightly lit room? Was it? I mean, is it scary? Do you know what I mean? Is it unnerving? Is it?
In the in the segment I played, I had one proper jump, one scare jump.
But that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I mean, especially at an event.
Yeah, exactly. It was a dark studio, basically, a warehouse, and I sat in front of a large TV with headphones on and was almost immersed in the. But other than the fact that it was, I mean, if I was playing on a harder difficulty, I suppose I played on normal, just because of probably what I would play it on. I'd be more careful, and I would be, I don't know, creeped out a bit more.
You see, I think you should play. I don't think normal should be the difficulty you play on, because I've seen you play other games that I won't mention depending on when this video is going up just right now. But you do seem to be rather good at shooting things in games, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you were popping heads in Revelations 2 stuff.
I'm
as well,
popping heads, but I found that I was stabbing things a lot more, like because you can press. I think it was R2 when you don't have your gun held up, and you swipe at this with this knife, like you're like filleting a steak kind of really quickly. You just
that is a very Resident Evil thing. It's like the same animations.
Yeah.
Because do you know what? This is a question for you. Let's assume it is 60 frames, right?
Right.
I'm trying to think of third-person shooters that are 60 frames, and then you can only think of The Last of Us. And although that is a shooter, the emphasis isn't on shooting in that game, whereas the emphasis looks like you need to shoot the zombies in this.
Right.
So, can you think of another 60-frame shooter that's third-person? Because I can't. Not a fan.
Not off the top of my head, no.
And that's what raises the question to me. Like, in terms of aiming, in terms of popping heads, did you feel it made any difference?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, that's not that line of questions. Fuck then.
Because it is quite slow paced, and
yeah,
generally until like the boss battle, which I mean, starting to see here, it's you can generally know a zombie's coming from a good few seconds, and potentially longer if you're playing as a tally and you point it out.
So should I be excited, Colin? Because I am a big Resi fan, and I have to say Revelations was a very good game, and not remake, but the HD version on the last gen consoles was very good. And to be fair, most Resident Evil fans suggest that Revelations was a really good Resident Evil game, whereas most will say like 6 was bad. I don't think it's as bad as some make out, but it was not as good as others. Should I be excited as a Resi fan, do you think?
I think so. I think it depends what you're going into it for. If you're going into it for that more traditional, or even that Resi 6, Resi 5, Resi 6 style, you would be disappointed. But it's fun. It is fun. It feels, I don't know, that the kind of the clunky nature of Resident Evil is kind of filtered away over the last few games, and it's more a shooter. You start with 3 weapons. So there was your Magnum, your rifle, and your handgun, and that's what you start with. And bullets aren't as scarce as you'd think they would be, even on normal. So, yeah, I think you should be excited. The way that they were starting to deliver it with the episodes 1 week after each other.
See, now that fascinates me.
That's good, yeah.
Because does that mean that Capcom could be the first publisher to actually get episodic content right? Because that would be mad. Because with all the other people that have had a go at it, the idea that they would be the one to nail it is mad at their first attempt.
It's crazy, yeah. I mean, I'm still waiting for episode 3 on Half-Life 2.
I mean, that's a low blow, isn't it? I mean, you talk about Telltale and stuff, like they do it, but yeah, like, it's never.
What is it? Wolf Among Us.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll never know what happened there. But like even Game of Thrones, like does look like it's going to be monthly. Yeah. But the idea of having a video game released episodically, 1 episode a week, is kind of cool and could really capture that kind of water cooler thing.
Yeah, if the price is right. I don't know the final price, but if the price is right, that excites me. And yeah. One of the developers said, well, this is a good way of getting people into it as well, because you could try it, you can enjoy it, and then, if it's not the thing you want, well, you've not wasted, 40 quid on it. So
it's true. And I suppose we should say, because we can only show 10 minutes, we're only allowed to show 10 minutes, so we better wrap this up. Go and have a look at Colin's interview, because there's a fucking brilliant moment at the end. I mean, the whole video is brilliant, obviously, but otherwise, just keep it tuned to godisageek.com, and thanks to Colin for all the hard work, man.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.